What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn states that Anthony Joshua tailoring preparation to fight Tyson Fury, AJ will simply do a job on him. Okay? Eddie Hearn continued, and this is what he said. He said, Joshua is constantly trying to evolve. When you walk into Canelo's dressing room after a fight, he is talking to his trainer, Eddie Reynoso, about how he can improve. Okay? Completely, Hearn said that he would say that he's tailoring his training for his career. He is training, sleeping, resting, and I want him in for a rest. But he is so focused, although he tell you that he's just training to improve as a fighter, but I know that all he's thinking about is Fury. He's working on a plan to beat this guy and become undisputed. I love the work he's doing, the improvements he's making, the mindset. He has the mindset of a winner, a champion. Fury is fantastic as a fighter, but AJ will do a job on him. The preparation starts now. Don't think Fury isn't doing the same thing. He knows this may be the biggest fight of all time. Look, I like how Eddie brought that comparison in there with Canelo, and the similarities between the two. Anthony Joshua looks up to Canelo, even though they're damn near the same age. If not, I think they are the same age. But Canelo's has vast more experience than someone like Joshua, okay? Because he's fought there. He's been in there with everybody. He was in there with Mayweather, for Christ's sake. So, Canelo knows his experience. He knows where he's at experience-wise, but he's always trying to constantly get better. Now, Anthony Joshua's punches are crisp. They're accurate. Tyson Fury's known for more a fluid, his fluidity. He's more of an awkward puncher, but that's the type of punches that get you hurt. Now, will Anthony Joshua do a job on Tyson Fury? That remains to be seen. But Eddie Hearn is definitely laying it on thick, saying that AJ will do him in because he sees firsthand what Anthony Joshua is doing. Anthony Joshua gets it in. You can ask John Fury. John Fury says that kid's a gym rat. Joshua's probably in the gym right now. And if he's not in the gym right now, he's resting to go to the gym later on, right? Or he's been to the gym today. So, yeah. He has a winning mindset. He always wants to learn. He's always developing new ideas and having an open mind to things. And I think as long as you do that, you'll be winning. See, Canelo is a guy that despite all those guys he's been in there with, he could have that mindset of saying, you know what? I've arrived. Nobody can't teach me shit about anything else because I've saw it all. That type of mentality will get you in trouble. That type of mentality will eventually get you beat. And in Canelo's case, beat again. Okay? Because you would think you know everything about boxing and there's nothing else to learn, but there's always a learning exercise. There's always something to learn in the sport of boxing and a lot of things, especially contact sports, the things that you do, the subtle things that you do. And it does mean a lot. And I've seen Joshua. He's that guy. He's always constantly trying to figure out new things, work on new things, perfect new things that he's learned, and get better at it. So you have to take your hat off to Anthony Joshua at the same time. But Canelo, his role model, the guy he looks up to, is not far from the tree because that's where he gets it from. Those type of things, that mindset of being a winner, you always have to adapt. Now, I know Tyson Fury definitely knows how to adapt, but Anthony Joshua is a guy that strives and wants to be the best. He sacrifices a lot of stuff, and a lot of people don't, people just see him ripped and all that, and, and the muscle definition and all that stuff, but they don't understand what got that muscle definition, what got him in that situation at that point. The training and the preparation and the focus, okay, but that mentality, it all starts up here and here. So you have to know what you're doing, especially when a fighter finds out that they're not invincible. See, that's the key. Marco Antonio Barrera learned that years ago, fighting a guy named Junior Jones. He was knocked out badly, cold, by Junior Jones with a straight right. Marco Antonio Barrera then came back, fought Junior Jones again. Now, it was a closer fight. It went 12 rounds, 10 or 12, right? Because I don't know if that was I think that was a championship bout, but it went the distance. And everybody assumed that Marco Antonio Barrera was done. He was just, hey, he's a brawler. He's a tree chopper. He likes to work the body, kind of like a Mexican Mickey Ward. You know, the left hook to the body, a signature left hook, you know, a signature Mexican punch anyway that a lot of Mexicans like to throw, okay? Now, everybody thought he was gone. Everybody thought that he was done, you know, and it was a top fighter by the name of Eric El Terrible Morales. Morales knocked out Junior Jones. And everybody was like, oh, if he knocks out Junior Jones, he's going to knock out Barrera because Barrera got knocked out by Junior Jones. You know how people think, right? The triangle theory, right? Well, little do they know, Marco Antonio Barrera was learning. He was doing more than just working to the body. He had learned how to perfect a jab, the right hand, distance. He learned different foot movement. Like Jersey Joe Walcott. He used to go side to side like Jersey Joe Walcott, giving you guys a backstory in comparison, right? Now, he goes in there and fights Barrera fights Morales, right? And these guys have one of the best fights in 2000, right? Now, it was really close. Barrera dropped him in the 12th round. They still said it wasn't enough, so they gave Morales the nod, okay? The second two fights, Barrera beat Morales. So, and he beat Prince Hassim Ahmed, which Ahmed was the man at the time at 126. And Barrera showed him how you can beat Barrera with a jab, and he did that. I mean, beat Hassim Ahmed with a jab, and Barrera did that. So, it showed you that this guy was constantly getting better as a fighter. So, just because you take a loss, saying all that to say this, just because you take a loss, that loss could be the best thing that happened to you in your career. Because it lets you know that you don't know everything, that you don't have it all together, that it is more to learn to achieve your goals. And in Joshua's case, Eddie Hearn sees, hey, this guy is working and training to understand certain fighters. He was going to do the same thing with Usyk. And you could tell how Joshua was acting and the questions he was asking. I would go and I would study Usyk and his movements, you know. Make some homework out of it. Make it a project because I have to see how can I crack this code of each fighter. Every fighter got a code. Every fighter has a puzzle piece. And I think he was going to do that. So if he's doing that, if he's doing that with, or he would have done that with Alexander Usyk, he's doing that with Tyson Fury. Counterpunch. So I can understand Eddie Hearn saying that. I mean, well, hell, he's supposed to say that. He's the promoter, of course. But I think he sees something, the same thing he saw in Canelo in the night of the dressing room that he sees in Joshua, in the night of him knocking out Pulev, and what he sees in the gym from time to time whenever he decides to drop in. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about Eddie Hearn stating that AJ will do a number on Tyson Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.